Hello everyone. So today we are going to do LeetCode Daily Challenge Part Sum 3. So basically in this question we are given with the tree in which we need to find out all the paths. Basically we need to return the number of paths whose sum is equal to that particular target sum which is being given to us. Like here we are given with this tree node and the target sum is 8, and the thing is that particular sum is just 8. It needs not to be created from the root, means basically 10 may be or may not be included. That's the thing I want to say. So there could be multiple paths which could be created so that this particular target sum is reached. Now here we are having this 5 and 3, means it is starting from any of the nodes from this tree. So 5 and 3, and we are making this as 5 plus 3 is 8, means one path is this. Another path is including that node only, or it might not include that node, but here the scene was that it was being included. So here's 5, 2 and 1. Again it makes up this 8, and the third path is this one. Now if the question was that we need to check for which path is there from the root, then also it was much easier. And if the question was regarding that if we want to make this path, means there is just one path and we need to find out that path only, even if it doesn't lies in that particular main root, then also it was easier. But now the question is that we need to find out all the possible paths, and these paths may or may not go from this main root. So from here only we need to find out basically all the possible paths, right? So as we need to find out all the possible paths, so that's why we'll try to create this by doing recursion. And when we want to do it by recursion, so in recursion we have base case, recurrence relation, and because of those recurrence relation we could find out that how many options are there for us. So now here's the code that we are having this particular as our main function which was given to us, and I have created a recursive function in which I am passing this root and target sum and a variable which is a bool variable, and at the starting it is being passed as false, and at the end I'm simply returning this count. Count simply refers to the number of count of the path. And now then there is this recursive solution, and this recursive solution as from the starting it was being false, means must would be having the false value. So the base case here is that if root equals to null pointer, then we will return, means this is our base case, and if root value equals to sum, then we'll simply increment the count, means sum would be equal, then only when the when at that particular point after either subtracting or adding, basically we are here subtracting. So when we would be consecutively subtracting those nodes, so there would be a node which will be equal to this particular sum. So at that moment we have reached our path which will be included in our path count. So that's why at that moment we'll simply increment the count. So these were two cases, means one is the base case, another one is that particular which is giving us the answer. Now this portion, basically in total we are calling for 4 recursive functions. So when we are calling for this recursive function, means when it is if not must, means at the starting only we are passing this false. So from the starting only it will come into this function, and it will check for its left subtree and right subtree both, and like this only it will be able to traverse our whole tree, right? And when it will start backtracking, then at that moment these particular means these two functions would be called. And when these two functions would be called, then at that moment only we'll start checking by simply subtracting our present node and making, as it will be then it will be starting as backtracking. So at that moment it will simply pass that bool must variable as true, and then it will pass this, then it won't enter this particular if condition, and then again it will be calling these two functions again, and like this only we will be able to traverse our whole tree node by node. Means whenever we will be at this moment, then we will be able to check for this portion also and this portion also. So that's why when we reach at this particular moment, then after completing the whole subtree which is below it, means when we are at this tree, then whole subtree which is below it, it will be again come into the consideration, and after that we will be able to check that does that particular subtree consist our path or not. So for better understanding, let me explain you with the recursive tree. So here it is what I was explaining there with the help of that code. So this is the recursive tree. Here basically this is that particular portion which is there for our two recursive calls of false. Means one is that left call, another one is right call, and this particular portion is that one which comes under the backtracking part. Means then those two recursive calls which were there in that if condition, then they will be called, but when they will reach their base case, then at that moment they will start backtracking. In that they will start backtracking, so whatever code which was there, which was not executed yet, and those coding part was there after those two lines, then those will be executed, means this particular portion. So this is the thing which I was explaining there. So after the tree, see when we are reaching, when the whole means in this left part, then it will reach at the end, because it will be traversing the whole left subtree and it will reach the end, and it will be reaching at this moment where whose next would be simply null, means it is now hitting the base case, so it will start backtracking. But at that moment it will also check that is there anything left, means any further code which is down there. Yes, there was. This was this particular code, means checking for the left subtree, checking for the right subtree, right? And at that moment it will simply, means at this moment our node is this one, right? So it will simply subtract that node value from the sum. So it will do that, and then it will check for its right, and its right is also null, right? That's why again it will subtract for that particular portion also, and then it will simply return these two things to its parent call. But at this moment, when it has encountered this root equals to null, and then it returned, right? And then it will go to this particular node. Now it is at this 3, means this is that backtracking portion only, because at the starting we have simply traversed this whole. Now it is simply backtracking. So it has reached this this particular node. Now it is backtracking to this node. Now here, when it is backtracking here, now it will check for its left and right because of this portion of code. Now when it will check for its left and right, it will encounter its left portion is having 3 and its right portion is having -2. Now first it will go there, and here it will now subtract that. It will execute this, means it will minus sum from the node sum. It will minus this particular from this. Now our sum was 8, and now our sum will, earlier our sum was 8 and after subtracting it will now be 3, right? So at this moment it will be returning 3 to it, and now it will be for its right sub tree. Now for the right portion it was 8, and now after subtracting it becomes 8 plus 2, it becomes 10, right? So it will be going to this particular. But at this point, as there was no null pointer here, so it will be checking, so here it won't be returning as it is, but before that it will simply check for it this condition, that is the root value equals to sum, which is not, because here target sum is 8 and then now it is 3, right? And now here when it was 8, now it is 10, and both of them are not equals to a root value. So that's why now it will check for its further portion. Now when you check for downwards, it encounters null. So at this moment it hits the base case, means that backtracking portion only, means these things. Now I'm telling about this particular. It hits the base case. So when it hits the base case, then it will start returning, and then it will return to its parent. And then this particular right half would be taken, then this will be also returning towards its parent. Then null was encountered here. So now finally we are again at 3 without implementing the count. Now as this question call was also left, means as per call was only backtracking, it will backtrack towards right, but this question I will check for further portion left, means these particular portions it will check again. Now at this moment it will check for its left, it will be consideration, it will check and simply do sum minus node value, means now 10% then 3 will be left. Now the target sum simply becomes 3, so it will read at this particular portion, right? Now at this particular portion it has checked that is equals to null pointer. It says no, then it will check for its next line. Where it encounters the root value equals to sum, means at this portion then our root becomes this, means earlier 5 was here, but when it again goes again there comes out to be that particular recursive call, then it goes towards this particular node, and this particular node now becomes as 3. So at this particular portion, when this becomes the root, so it will simply check that now this particular root value is equals to sum. Now our sum is this 3, and simply equal to this. That's why at this moment the count will be simply incremented, and this particular portion would end because our must was true because of this only, and then it will again call towards its left, and when it will call towards its left, then here again it will be there. But at this moment, because after doing this sum minus root value, means after subtracting, it won't enter to this particular portion, and then again not to this, and then it will reach this. So after reaching this, now it has simply reached to this particular portion, right? And then here it is null pointer. So at this particular moment it reaches the root equals to null pointer, and then again it will return. So at this particular moment it our true recursive call will simply return towards this main root function, means towards its parent, and then this particular parent will check for its right subtree. Like this way only, it will check for the whole tree, and then the whole tree would be checked. Then after that, our count will be simply incremented. Like, to be precise, first thing is that whole tree would be traversed, means whole left tree, then whole right tree, and this right subtree, and this right subtree. Whole portions would be traversed, and then it will be starting the backtracking portion. At that moment, these particular functions would recursive calls would be called, and then these recursive calls would be made. At that moment, it will start subtracting the present node value. It will start subtracting the present node value from the sum, and then it will start subtracting. Then only it will check. First, it will check for this particular, that is the root equals to null. Then at that moment, it will return towards its parent. But if it is not the null pointer, then it will check for it, that is the equals to sum, and then it will increment the count. Means we have found a path. And when it was being backtracking, at that particular moment, we were passing true here. And why we were passing true? So that it doesn't fall into this case. And that's why we were able to check for the whole left tree again, whole right tree again, when these particular calls were being made. So this was the whole thing which we were doing in this particular tree solution. Now at a particular moment, in for the space, how many nodes would be there in the stack? If the tree is a skew tree, means here it is not a skew tree. But if at the worst case, if our tree becomes a skew tree uneven, that particular sum, it comes out to be using the whole tree. So at that moment, we are required to simply put all the nodes which are there and making up our tree. So at that moment, our tree would be having all the n nodes in the stack. So that's why the space complexity for this solution would be order of n, and that would be at that particular moment when we are having this skew tree. And for space complexity and time complexity, we always consider the worst case only. So that's why our space complexity would be order of n. And when it comes to the part of time complexity, so because of these false and true recursive functions, what we are doing is that at a particular moment, we are grabbing a particular node and checking for all the subtrees which could be formed when we are at that particular node. Means when we are at this particular node 5, then we are checking for all the nodes which are below it, right? So that's why, like this only, we are simply checking, like if we come to this root only, then we are checking for these all nodes. When we are so space complexity, time complexity, everything done, and I simply attach the code in Python, Java, C++, and JavaScript in the description. You could check for that in my GitHub repo.